How many Kentucky fans we got here tonight? All right. Well, then some of you are going to know the Cats cheer, and for those of you that do not, we're going to teach you the Cats cheer, all right? So we're going to do a walkthrough, and then we're going to do it for real a couple of times, okay? So it goes like this, okay? Remember, everything's going to go to the left. So the C, you're going to go to the left. A, you're going to go down. T, you're going to go straight across. And the S, you're going to lead up with the left and down with the right, okay? All right, you guys ready? We're going to do it as loud as we can. We're going to do it 2 times. You ready, Mr. Wildcat? All right, everybody together, guys. O-C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. One more time. O-C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. All right, thank you, Mr. Wildcat. He will be here for the rest of the evening, so after we finish up in here, you'll have a chance to get your picture with him out there in the lobby, so make sure you do that before you leave here tonight. Tonight kicks off our preview night season. This is our first of 21 that we do throughout the fall, and so it's really exciting to start here in our hometown of Lexington. We'll be going all across the state of Kentucky, from Paducah to Pikeville, everywhere in between, and we will also go to some out-of-state locations like St. Louis, Columbus, and Atlanta, amongst others. And so it's a really exciting time. The purpose of our preview nights is to bring UK to you. So we really encourage all of you to come visit campus. Set up an individual visit through our visitor center where you can meet with people from different offices on campus. But tonight, you have a really unique opportunity. You can walk into one room out there and talk with a lot of our faculty, staff, and students that have come out here tonight to be a resource for you through this college process. So please make sure that you take advantage of that and really get to form some relationships that will help you through this college process as you start this year. You may have saw out in the lobby, we had our tag board out there, our hashtag #CBlue, so I would encourage you to use that throughout the evening. We'll have a couple prizes for people that are using hashtag #CBlue throughout the night, in addition to a few other prizes. So do make sure you stick around for the conclusion of our presentation. As I mentioned, the preview nights are not possible without all of the support on our campus to come out here and really be a resource for you. So I wanted to recognize a few people from campus that have joined us here this evening. Provost Dr. Tim Tracy. From the College of Communication and Information, Dean Dan O'Hare. From the College of Education, Dean Mary John O'Hare. From the College of Fine Arts, Dean Michael Tick. From the College of Health Sciences, Dean Scott Lephart. And from the College of Pharmacy, Interim Dean Kelly Smith. Our first speaker this evening is a very special guest that has joined us here tonight. As a graduate of UK myself, I am really excited about the direction that he is taking our university. It is truly an exciting time to be a Wildcat. Please help me welcome the 12th president of the University of Kentucky, Dr. Eli Capilouto.
Good evening, and thank all of you for being here. It is a delight and an honor to see so many people from Lexington and our region think about taking their next step in life at an institution which I think is precious, and that is the University of Kentucky. So over the next several months, we're going to have lots of competition. Lots of people are going to want you to come to their university, and I want you to take a look at all of them, because it's all about making a good choice, and we want to put our best foot forward to you because this is a difficult choice and you need to be fully informed. So let me tell you why I picked the University of Kentucky. You see, just 4 years ago, I lived in a community, both professionally and personally, that I had been intertwined with for over 40 years. And somebody called me, a search firm, to come take a look at some place they said was very special. I'd never been to Lexington, Kentucky. I learned that I was going to be a finalist among a few others, and I was invited to an interview that was outside of an airport in Cincinnati. So my wife and I, having never been here, traveled to Lexington just a few days before, and we walked this campus and city for 2 days. And nobody knew who we were. And you really understand when you take that walk for a couple of days what's so special about the University of Kentucky, Lexington, and I now can say the Commonwealth. What's most important to my wife and me are our family and community. And we immediately felt a sense of community when we walked around our campus. We stopped at the Young Library and listened to students. We interrupted conversations with staff and asked them, what's it like to work at the University of Kentucky? And so it was that connectedness that we immediately felt that drew us to our new Kentucky home. So when you walk our campus today, you still feel this magical sense of connectedness. And I see it in the lives of all of our students. So I'm going to tell you about 3 tonight. I could tell you about 3,000. But these 3 to me represent what we're about. The first is Dorian Hairston. Now, Dorian is a poet, but he also plays baseball at UK. And from Lexington, this hometown student found his passion late one night when he sat up in his bed and started writing. He didn't quit till the ink went dry. So he found this love of poetry. And through a mutual appreciation for creative writing, he connected with his mentor, UK professor Frank X. Walker, former poet laureate of Kentucky. So today he's on campus, and while he's a heck of a player on our baseball team, his spirit, his soul is enlivened and ignited by the expressive use of the written word. What a gift. His story reminds me of something Nelson Mandela once said. There is no passion to be found playing small. In settling for a life that is less than one you are capable of living. So Dorian is dreaming big. And tonight I'm going to tell you how the University of Kentucky can provide you a transformative experience, one that equips you to live the life you're all capable of living. And that life doesn't begin with our faculty or our staff or with me or all these admissions counselors that are here tonight. It begins with you. The University of Kentucky exists for and is defined by our students. More and more, it's becoming the first choice for top students from around the country. Over the last 3 years, we've admitted nearly 300 National Merit Scholars, ranking us in the top 10 of all public research universities in the country. And more importantly, the University of Kentucky is still a place for a student like I was. I was a pretty ordinary student. Okay? But if you want to work hard, if you want someone to hold your hand through an important journey, you're going to find that at the University of Kentucky. And when you leave, regardless of your preparation before you get there, we're going to be confident that you are among the best and brightest, all of you, prepared to live lives of meaning and purpose and to get a job in what's growing to be a more competitive global economy. So I want to tell you about another student, Grace Trimble. Grace is a recent graduate and former member of UK's tennis team. She founded a nonprofit organization called Lexington Tennis Club Smart Shots. It's amazing. She just dreamed this one day, worked with people at UK and made it happen. So that program helps underprivileged age students connect with mentors through tennis. It's a wonderful activity. Grace credits her success to her faculty mentor, Dr. Clayton Thon. See, she enrolled in his PS 395 class, political science. He took her under his wing and provided her with the opportunity to pursue her passion. He provided a roadmap, and she took off. As a result, Grace was named a 2014 Harry S. Truman Scholar and will receive $30,000 to conduct graduate work in the areas of public service. Now, she was the only Truman recipient throughout Kentucky at all the universities last year. They only award 60 in the country, and they haven't been awarding them that long. And at the University of Kentucky, we're proud we have had 13 Truman Scholars. So another student, his bounds went far beyond Kentucky. Jonathan Kellogg. He journeyed to various Ugandan cities last fall, where he drafted the site utility plan and electrical and plumbing plans, created a water distribution model, and designed the wastewater treatment for the entire country. He also helped lay the groundwork for an academy where eventually hundreds of Ugandan students will be educated. So when we ask him about his goals, he said he simply wants to live his life, quote, with excellence and to serve wherever I am, however I can. Dorian, Grace, and Jonathan, 3 different stories, but they share an important commonality that runs through the University of Kentucky, and that is each one of our students is special. Each student is a member of our family. They were able to do all this because they benefited from a unique, you can't find this everywhere. You're close to Lexington, you may not realize it, but there are only a handful of universities across the country that have this diversity of programs where you can connect across and within disciplines. So tonight you're going to hear about a $1.8 billion investment we're making to transform our campus, and we've done it in a way to keep costs down to students through partnerships and generous donors so that we can provide you with an unparalleled college experience. You're going to see some images and pictures, and you did pretty well with that cheer. But we hope, if you haven't already, you come visit our home, visit our campus, get to know our family of faculty, staff, administrators, and students. We hope that you'll become part of this family and find nothing less than the life you are capable of living. So thank you. Thank you for seeing blue with us tonight, and I hope to see all of you on our campus seeing blue together. Thank you very much.
We have several of our admission counselors here tonight. They are the ones that come to visit you at your high school. They are the ones that come to your college fairs. They are your personal resource. So make sure you get to know your admission counselor. Please help me welcome one of our admission counselors here tonight and a 2014 graduate of the University of Kentucky, Anna Harris.
Well, good evening, everyone. As Jonathan mentioned, my name is Anna Harris, and I work as the top-end recruiter in our Office of Undergraduate Admission. I can't tell you how exciting it is to see a packed house tonight. Just to echo what Jonathan said, I'm so glad to see so many of you taking advantage of a unique opportunity like this to get all of your questions about what can seem like this big, scary process answered in one place. Now, before I get started talking about the admissions process at UK, I want to take a second to introduce someone who you'll be seeing a lot of this fall, and that is Miss Rachel Clark. Rachel is, round of applause. Rachel just joined our team, and we are super excited to have her as our Lexington area recruiter. So Rachel will be the one who's visiting you in your high schools this fall. Make sure that you stop by the admissions table on your way out and say hi to Rachel, introduce yourself, and feel free to use her and our whole team as a resource this fall, as Jonathan mentioned. So my goal for tonight is to help give you a better understanding of the college application process at UK. I've already talked to several seniors who have started the application for UK, which is super exciting, so awesome to hear. But for a lot of you, for those of you who haven't started, hopefully tonight you'll get a lot of those questions answered and the information that you need to go ahead and get started on that process. I totally understand that it can seem intimidating and overwhelming at first, but at UK, we've really tried to make it as streamlined as possible for students. So we have an all-in-one application. You'll apply for admission, scholarships, and the UK Honors Program all in the same place. Now we have two different tracks that students can choose from. I want everyone in the room to focus on the green track, our early action track. This is not binding you to UK in any way. However, it is going to open up a lot more opportunities for scholarships and special programs like the UK Honors Program. That deadline is December 1st, so keep in mind that December 1st deadline. If you want to be considered for our scholarship opportunities and the UK Honors Program, make sure that you apply and have all your materials turned in by December 1st. However, if you miss that date, keep in mind that you can still apply to UK by February 15th, but you won't have as many opportunities for scholarships, which we all love free money, right? Now, as you're applying, you're going to be prompted to turn in several additional materials to our admissions office. We need your official ACT or SAT scores. We don't have a preference between the two, but those have to be sent directly from College Board. We also need your official high school transcript, got to take a look at that GPA, and an academic letter of recommendation. So students, especially seniors, go ahead and start thinking about a guidance counselor or a teacher within your school who could write that letter of recommendation for you for UK. And last but not least, a $50 application fee. So once you've turned in these 5 materials to our admissions office, you'll hear back from us with an admissions decision within 4 to 6 weeks, which is another reason why you should apply early, because the earlier you apply, the earlier you can hear back from us and get the whole process rolling. Now, in the midst of applying to several different colleges and having to turn in different materials for each one, we've created an online status checkers to help you keep track of what you've turned into UK and what we're still missing from you. So you can log on to cblue.com/status after you've submitted your application and see, okay, well, UK has my transcript and my letter of recommendation, but I still need to turn in my ACT or SAT scores. That way you can be really proactive about the whole process and make sure that you get your materials to us on time. Now, just like any other college, we want to get to know you as a student, as an individual, through the college application process. Yes, of course, we're going to look at your GPA, we're going to look at your ACT or SAT scores, what classes you've taken during high school, but we also want to get to know you outside the classroom. So as you're filling out the application under the activities section, make sure that you're including anything and everything that you've done during high school. If you've been involved in a certain club or organization, if you've played sports, if you've had a job outside of school. And parents, we all know how much you guys like to brag on your kids, so sit down with them and help them reflect on some of the cool experiences that they've had during high school. We really want to know about all of those on their application to UK. All right, Mom and Dad, so it's time to get out the notepad. I know you guys are probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how much is it going to cost me? And we want to make sure that you guys leave tonight with a really realistic idea of how much it costs to attend UK. So up on the screen, you'll see the 2015-2016 rates for tuition, as well as rates for housing and dining. Together, those make your cost for room and board. Now, you'll see ranges with housing and dining. That's because we have so many different options for students to choose from on campus. When I'm working with students and their families, I always tell them that the cost of room and board is going to depend on where they want to live on campus and how much they want to eat while they're there. All right, so if you want to live in one of our brand spanking new residence halls and have the unlimited comfort style meal plan and eat as many times a day as you want, or, do you want to live in one of our traditional style residence halls and have a lower meal plan? You can have a great experience at UK either way, but the cost is going to vary. So keep that in mind as you're planning and budgeting for your UK experience. Now, in order to offset that cost of attendance, UK has significantly increased spending in scholarship money for the last several years. So we have a lot of different scholarship opportunities, and I'm not going to spend time going through each and every one of them. I encourage you all to visit our scholarship table before you leave. They have a really great outline sheet for you guys to pick up to see what you qualify for. But I do want to point out our scholarship search tool. Now, this is similar to something like FastWeb, if you all have used that before. Basically, you can log on and type in several criteria about yourself, and it'll generate a whole list of regional and national scholarships that you qualify for that you might not know that you qualify for. So my biggest piece of advice to you is to apply for all of those scholarship opportunities. Whether it's $500 or $5,000, all of that is going to add up, and you can bring those outside scholarships to UK and stack them on top of other scholarships you've already received. Now, in addition to scholarships, our main goal at UK is to strike the right balance between merit-based scholarships and need-based financial aid. So that need-based financial aid comes in the form of loans, grants, work-study programs, need-based scholarships, all of which students will qualify for based on the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Now, seniors and parents of seniors, you guys need to pay special attention to this slide. The FAFSA is something that you will fill out in your student's senior year, and that becomes available online January 1st. Now, the catch is you need to fill that out as close to January 1st as possible, because funding, especially in grant money, does run out pretty quickly. All right, so I tell students, go ahead in your senior year, prior to January 1st, log on to FAFSA.gov, create your PIN number. Parents, dig through your file cabinets, your attic, to find last year's tax information so you guys have everything together, and come January 1st, you can sit down and knock it out. Now, something really cool that we've developed that we're really excited about this year is called our Wildcat Cost Calculator. And in being transparent with students and their families, we really want to give you guys a realistic idea of how much it's going to cost you to attend college. So you can see kind of how it works up on the screen. Students can go through and answer questions like, what residence hall do you think you'll live in? Will you have a roommate? What meal plan do you think you'll have? All of which come together to create your estimated total billable cost. So that's what you'll be paying UK. You'll also see on the screen total non-billable costs. So this includes all those additional expenses that you might not initially think about when you're budgeting for college. Things like travel, books, food, all of those extra expenses that come up that you can expect to pay as a college student. And together, these two create the total estimated cost of enrollment. So that's the number that you're going to want to look at. I encourage you all to sit down together and go through, answer some of these questions so that you can start planning very early on. You know, it's crazy for me to think back to my freshman year at UK, moving onto campus, and now looking at campus, and it looks totally different, which is super exciting. We are, transforming campus all the time, and there seems like there's a new building going up each and every day, but that's exciting because that means that we are progressing, and we are a trailblazing university. There's a lot of momentum behind UK right now, and a lot of that campus renovation is in the form of new residence halls for our students. We've opened 10 new residence halls in the last 2 years, which is a really crazy statistic. But as you can see by these pictures, all of these new residence halls are beautiful, they're modern, they're state of the art. But what I really want to highlight in the whole initiative for building these new residence halls is to increase space for community building and collaborative learning among students. And you can see by these pictures that our new residence halls really accomplish that well. That's in large part due to the development of our living learning programs. Now, living learning programs are basically smaller communities within a residence hall where students are grouped together based on their academic major or shared interest. You guys can see the options listed up on the screen, and I encourage you guys to look into these, to go online and browse through all the different options for living learning programs. There really is something for everyone, from engineering to leadership and service to first generation. All of these living learning programs are going to allow you to build that smaller community on campus while still, having all the opportunities that a large public Research One institution like UK has to offer. We actually conducted research on student success based on participation in living learning programs, and what we found really just reaffirmed what we originally thought, which is that students who participated in LLPs or living learning programs had higher GPAs than students who did not. They, as you can see, were building a sense of community on campus. They were more engaged in their classes with professors and other students, just overall more successful at UK, which that's the bottom line. That's our main goal, is student success. So I encourage you all to go ahead and start thinking about living learning programs. Seniors, that's something that you'll apply for as part of your housing application after you've been accepted to UK. But go ahead and start doing some research on what living learning programs might be the best fit for you. Last but not least, I just want to finish by extending a personal invitation to everyone to come visit us on campus. Come see us in the Big Blue Nation. That the campus visit is really a vital part to the college selection process. And, even for you Lexington students, who have grown up around UK, we are ever changing and ever evolving. So I can stand up here and tell you how much I love UK and how great I think UK is, but it's really up to you to come experience campus and see if it's going to be a good fit for you. Something that I want to note is that we can personalize your visit to campus. So if you have certain interests in, say, engineering or our College of Business, we can help you set up appointments with representatives from those departments on campus so that you can sit down and get all those questions answered all in one day. All right, so that's about all I have for you guys. Come say hi to me. I'll be around after the presentations, and thank you guys again for being here tonight.
At the University of Kentucky, the faculty-student relationship is so important to your success as a student at UK, and we wanted to give you a little taste of what that looks like, and this will sound very similar to the story that Dr. Capilouto was talking about earlier, and give you a little insight into one of our faculty members and a Kentucky Poet Laureate, Frank X. Walker.
I think what I love most about teaching is a chance to interact with young people who are open to new ideas, who are hungry for new information.
Words can change lives, they can make people feel, they can make people act. I have grown in so many ways here at the University of Kentucky. I've shared a classroom with so many brilliant people here.
If you have the power to write, if you have the power to create art, the power to invent anything that's transformative, why wouldn't you?
Anna told you a little bit earlier how to become a Wildcat, so now we want you to hear what it's like to actually be a Wildcat. Arayo Shokan is a 2012 graduate of Lexington Catholic High School. He is pre-med, pre-law, double majoring in psychology and Spanish with minors in neuroscience and biology. That's a mouthful. That is awesome. He is also the current chief of staff with our Student Government Association. Everybody please give a warm welcome to Arayo Shokan.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Like Jonathan said, my name is Arayo. I'm a senior here at the University of Kentucky. I wanted to tell you all a little bit about my path to becoming a Wildcat and how that's impacted my life moving forward. It's an incredible honor to be speaking here with you all. It was just 4 short years ago that I was sitting right where you were with my mom asking me way too many questions and trying to figure out what my future was going to look like. Where would I be in 2 years, in 3 years, in 20 years, moving forward with the rest of my life. And as a Lexington native, I kind of thought I knew everything about the University of Kentucky. Then again, as an 18-year-old, I thought I knew everything about everything, so there really wasn't much to learn. But what I found when I was fortunate enough to take a campus tour was that hidden amongst the streets of downtown Lexington was a world that I had never seen, a world that I'd never taken the opportunity to explore. I was fortunate enough to take a campus tour, and as I walked around campus, I was struck by the sight of people hustling and bustling to class, but not just students, not just faculty, friends. I saw 3, 4, 5, 6 students walking with their professors, talking with their professors. And I was struck by the sense of community that you could find on the University of Kentucky campus. So, excited for what the future held in store for me, I rushed home, filled out my application, and 7 months later, there I was, ready to move on to campus, to tackle the next phase of my life. But what I found was so much more than I ever could have hoped. That little world, that image that I'd seen on my campus tour, didn't even begin to scratch the surface of what there is to offer at the University of Kentucky. You see, at the university, education doesn't just stop when you leave the classroom. Each moment, each day, is an opportunity to expand your horizons and to become something more than you were the day before. I experienced new people, new food, new thoughts and cultures. I did research that directly benefited the people who I cared about most, the people of my city, the people of my Commonwealth. I was able to travel the world and experience a culture that was completely different than mine, while always getting home just in time to be able to eat my mom's hot brown. I got the opportunity to represent my fellow students as a 2-term senator on student government and to really work with members of the administration to push our university forward. I got to cheer on my Wildcats as they went to 2 consecutive Final Fours, and I was also there when we lost in the first round of the NIT. So I got to see the highs and the lows of being a Kentucky student. And what I'll tell you is this. UK is a unique experience. It's a mural painted by different ideas, thoughts, and memories, all varying shades of blue. At the University of Kentucky, you're never alone, whether that's walking to class, whether that's sitting at the new Bowman's Den, whether that's studying late at night at Willie T. Library, or if it's playing 2 a.m. pickup basketball with Karl Anthony Towns. You will always have someone there with you. And that community is something that you cannot replace. At the University of Kentucky, I lived. And that is something that I could not have found anywhere else. That is an experience that is priceless. But what I'll tell you is this, and that's my experience is not an outlier. Every student who steps on campus finds themselves at the center of academic and civil discourse, a melting pot of thoughts, ideas, cultures, dreams, and hopes. You become a part of something so much bigger than yourself. Each student, each faculty member, each person who's involved in the campus community is contributing to a tapestry of the Big Blue Nation. Different scenes and pictures, different majors, clubs, organizations, united by a common thread, the stark blue and white of the Big Blue Nation. So go ahead, join up. We, the members of the Big Blue Nation, are excited to see what you'll have to offer. Your time starts now. Enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you very much, and go Cats.
Our final speaker tonight wears a few different hats on campus. He is the Associate Provost for Enrollment Management. He is the Director of Undergraduate Admission, which means he will sign your acceptance letter. And he's also the University Registrar, which means he will sign your diploma when you graduate. And so it's really unique to have one person with all of those different responsibilities, and really cool for you to think about as a student that he will sign your acceptance letter as you start the college process. He'll see you through your time on campus, and then sign your diploma when you graduate as a Wildcat. Please help me welcome Don Witt.
Blaze, thank you very much. As your final speaker, I'm going to be quick and to the point. Good evening. Now, you guys, were you paying close attention to Blaze? I wear three pretty important hats. Associate Provost, that's pretty important. I'm proud of that. Director of Undergraduate Admissions, I'll sign your acceptance letter. That's important. But that last one, University Registrar, I'm that mean old guy, the keeper of grades, transcripts, and I will sign your diploma when you graduate in 4 years. Good evening. Much better. No, it really is an honor for me to add my words of welcome and congratulations to all of our students and family members here and friends. This is an exciting time for you. It's an exciting time for the University of Kentucky. As the flagship institution for the Commonwealth, we are so very proud of our mission of teaching, research, and service. And when you arrive on campus, you will see that we have students enrolled from all 120 counties from across the Commonwealth, all 50 states across the great United States, and also beyond that, what's amazing, we now have students enrolled from over 100 different countries from around the world. You see, we just started classes last week, and I'm really happy to say that we really created history in the making when we opened classes last week. What does that mean? I'm really happy to say that we introduced or welcomed UK's largest entering freshman class in our history of just over 5,200 new students to UK. Yes, a great accomplishment. The other thing that we're very proud of too, if you look at our undergraduate class, graduate school, and also our professional colleges, we also have set a record with the overall enrollment at the University of Kentucky. And inherent in that 5,200 plus number of freshmen, I'm really happy to say that it is our most diverse undergraduate population in UK's history. It is also our most well-accomplished class in UK's history. So we have a lot of great things happening. Now, why are more top students from across the nation and literally across the globe choosing UK than ever before? Well, you've already heard the president and our student speaker and Anna talk a little bit about our campus really being in transformation. And our campus is transforming. It really literally is a physical transformation. I don't have time to really highlight everything, but I'd be remiss if I didn't at least highlight some of the really cool new things available to new incoming Wildcats. A brand new facility that just opened last week called the 90. It's named by our students, and it really represents the 90-degree angle of where it's placed on campus. We have state-of-the-art classrooms and living spaces, or learning spaces inside the 90, but also great new places to eat. Maybe you've heard of the place Taco Bell. That's on campus now. That's important. But we also have the Fresh Food Company, where they really are preparing food right before you, and maybe you have certain dietary needs and things of that nature. They do lots of great things for all of our students. Another brand new facility, this is just one of our new things, the Gatton College of Business and Economics with state-of-the-art classrooms and a 500-seat lecture hall, really important for our business students. Moving on, a brand new academic science building that's under construction. The cool thing I would like to mention about our science building, it is a $100 million plus project. and over $65 million of that has been contributed by UK Athletics. We think that represents an incredible partnership between our academic enterprise and athletics. Also, too, being a part of the Big Blue Nation, there's nothing better than going to Rupp Arena or Commonwealth Stadium. I'm sure you've seen all the construction. We're changing Commonwealth Stadium to really have an even better fan experience. And what's happening this Saturday? It's our first football game, so let's cheer on the Cats for a great win on Saturday. Another great facility that just opened, too, is the UK School of Art and Visual Studies. The best way to explain this, if you've been to Soho in New York, it literally looks like one of those loft-type settings where you will actually have those creative spaces to learn and to experience everything in the College of Fine Arts, something very, very impressive. And then last but not least, a new student center will be built. It's under construction right now. It's an incredible facility, and that will be opening in 2018. Now, one thing, too, that a lot of people, especially from the city of Lexington or this region, and President Capilouto mentioned this, but I think it bears repeating and re-emphasizing. UK is just one of 8 institutions, just one of 8 in America with this unique combination of undergraduate and graduate and professional programs on one contiguous campus. And sitting there tonight, I know you get tired of that cliched question, and I've actually asked this some of the students I've met this evening. What are you going to major in? What are you going to major in? And if for students today, it's much different than when I was a student at UK many, many years ago. You have more opportunities, more choices, over 200 top flight majors. You're more well-traveled. You're exposed to social media. It can be very difficult. And so with having just all these different things on one campus, it gives you incredible opportunities to create really a multifaceted academic experience. Something that's brand new, this will be introduced this fall. It will be appearing on our admission and registrar sites. It's an academic exploration tool. We realize that for top students like yourselves, it can be hard to navigate all these different areas, the academic offerings. What the academic exploration tool will do for you, you will answer simple questions like, what do you like to do? What do you hope to study? Maybe you're not really sure what majors pair up with all the different academic offerings. When you answer those questions, it will then provide back to you different majors that are offered at UK that kind of fit along those parameters. So it will give you more information to make an even more well-informed decision about what to major in at UK. And finally, what sets the university apart from the competition? We don't have time to go over a long list, so I've just listed a few important things. We have the Academy for Undergraduate Excellence. This is the home for programs like the University Honors Program, the Gaines Center for Humanities, the Shelgren Center, the Office of Undergraduate Research, the Office of Nationally Competitive Awards, and First Generation Initiatives. All of these together create an incredible academy for undergraduate excellence that we're very proud of. Also, education abroad, the Lexington community, and then student success and involvement. All of these really wrap into something that we're very, very proud of. And just last week, we had the great fortune, as I said, of welcoming UK's most accomplished class. And so I thought what would be cool this evening, we created a really great video welcoming our new University of Kentucky Wildcats. And so I thought, we're welcoming you tonight. Why not share that same video? So hopefully, next year, we will be welcoming you as a new fall 2016 Wildcat.
At Kentucky, we change communities.
We change the way we see the world.
We change the conversation.
We change the game.
We change neighborhoods.
We change expectations.
We change the way we serve.
The way we heal.
The way we fight.
The way we lead.
The way we teach.
The way we express ideas.
At 250,000 Wildcats and growing, the Big Blue Nation represents a university
charged with asking and addressing the most penetrating questions confronting our people.
The questions that challenge us in education, economic development, healthcare, culture, and social welfare.
Because of this, we are poised with the opportunity for multidisciplinary teaching and discovery.
With competitive programs in hard sciences, languages, public policy, the humanities, healthcare, business, and engineering.
With faculty and staff invested in their work.
We help others discover and understand the strengths and challenges in the world and within themselves.
Our deep sense of service, along with our uncommon position as a flagship and land-grant university,
have led to an institution with a profound breadth and depth.
A place defined by those who see blue.
A place that makes the world accessible through education,
art, and creative expression.
Travel and cultural immersion.
À travers notre peuple.
Y gracias a nuestra gente.
我が校に集う人々を通して。
And through our people.
We have been the home or educational proving ground for Nobel laureates and the National Book Award winner, state poet laureates, and winners of the Pulitzer Prize. People who have shaped the world, the way we see it, the way we experience it, and the way we understand it.
For 150 years, we've been an indispensable institution for the Commonwealth of Kentucky and beyond.
What will we do next to create positive change in this world? How will we add to our legacy? We are UK. We are a community. This is how we see blue.
You guys, thanks so much for coming this evening. I'm going to ask that you remain seated. I'm going to ask Blaze to come back up. He mentioned in the beginning that we have a few nice prizes to provide. Also, too, while we're proud of the numbers, the one thing, too, we build this university student by student. Every student sitting here, you have your own dreams, your own goals, and your own opportunities that you want to share with us at UK. So I would love to talk to you one-on-one. I'll be staying here after the program this evening. And so thank you all very much for coming tonight.